still very much an active scene here in Huntington. We're on Charleston Avenue in the corner of 17th Street, where you can see that how big problem all stems from a little piece of metal. It's called a shin, and it's no bigger than my cell phone. Boating is a fun way to enjoy the summer and beat the summer heat, but officers say it's all about being safe. Jim Justice and Democratic challenger Ben Salango talking everything from the coronavirus response to race relations and coal. There was nothing off limits this evening. Looks like a scene from a winter wonderland. The snow is falling, the bells from the courthouse are ringing. You can see behind me lots of police here, as well as detectives searching to figure out just what happened here. I'm going to step out of the way and show you.
Brian, thank you. As I said earlier, we're following breaking news in Charleston right now, where multiple homes are on fire on the city's west side. Our 13 News anchor Hannah Getz. Thank you. Also breaking at this hour, Kentucky State Police are searching for a suspect after a Flatwoods police officer was shot overnight. This is a live look at the scene.
You can see the crews working very hard behind me to get this bridge repaired. Now, DOH officials tell us it could be anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, but their main concern is safety. They say this all started around 10 o'clock this morning, and as soon as they were alerted of the problem, they completely shut down this bridge. Now, the eastbound lane remains closed. The westbound lane is still moving, but things are moving slow here. If we turn around this way, you can see the traffic backup just...
And welcome back to America's largest small town Independence Day celebration. Lily Bradley here with Hannah Getz. And our crew on scene in Kentucky says Kentucky State Police now have a suspect in custody. This just into our newsroom from our crew on scene. Now, this comes after an extensive investigation. Trooper Goodall with Kentucky State Police says a Flatwoods police officer was responding to a suspicious person call near Walnut Street when...
In Minden, West Virginia, cancer has become so common that 11 of the 15 residents who died last year died from cancer. Since the 1980s, neighbors say they have been living in fear, all while searching for answers.
I want to show that we are aware of what's happening, and even us, we know that this is a problem.
Markayla King may only be 16, but she's well aware of the problematic history of her hometown of Minden, West Virginia.
We're going to take some soil tests.
Markayla spends her free time conducting research, looking for a dangerous chemical called a PCB. Can you describe it?
They're polychlorinated biphenyls, and they cause cancer.
The toxic chemical was used in the late 70s by industrial and commercial companies. While the companies are long gone, the chemical is not.
Most of the results we've taken are over 50 parts per million, which is a level that you need to be worried about, basically.
In a 1979 PCB ban ruling, the EPA declared anything over the 50 parts per million, or ppm, as dangerous.
I think we're just doomed if we've lived here through the entire thing. I do. That's why I hate to see young people bring their kids in here. When I see families moving here with kids, it makes me sick.
Annetta Kaufman was born and raised in Minden.
It's really sad and it's scary at the same time, because I really believed it was gone.
But it's still here.
It's still here.
I mean, this was from this afternoon. We did a soil test, and that's the over 50 ppm.
Oh my gosh. And this was, where was this taken at?
Right next to your house.
Oh my gosh. And it doesn't, I should be surprised, but I'm not surprised.
Kaufman believes many of her neighbors would leave Minden if they could afford it. As for Markayla, the teen has no plans of staying, but says she hopes to help before she goes.
I want to help the people down here, but I don't want to stay for myself. It affects so many people that I've seen myself, I don't want to stay here.
The lady I'm going to introduce you to is a little twisted. No, actually, she runs a business called Tiffany's Twisted Creations, and I'm going to show you how to make one of these for yourself.
Tiffany Steele loves Halloween. I mean, really loves it.
My house is decorated 364 days a year. The 65th day is for Christmas for my mother.
For Steele, it's a passion, one that she's actually turned into a business. Yep, that's a body. Well, a mold of a body.
There is so many combinations you can use this with. I've had people use them for chips and dip. They cut out the midsection.
While it may sound like the tools for a criminal mastermind, they're actually the ingredients for her rather unique recipe for success. All you need is a body, mold, a plastic garbage bag, and some expanding foam.
Do you smooth him out then, or do you let him...
Just leave him alone and let him expand.
She says, in this case, it doesn't matter if your body's perfect.
If you mess up, the best part about Halloween is the messier it is, the greater it looks.
She also sells other creepy collectibles like jaw-dropping jewelry and other, well, you guessed it, twisted creations. All things found right here on her farm.
I own a farm and I hate wasting anything. We work really hard here on the farm. Everything gets treated with respect. I don't want nothing to go to waste.
So big or small, from bones to bodies, Tiffany will find a place for it.
Halloween, you can be anything. Not only do you get the creativity of getting to pick whatever you want to be, you can also make whatever you want to make.
And of course, if you don't feel crafty enough to make one for yourself, you can always find Tiffany's work online. We've got that information all available for you right now on our website, WOWKTV.com. And now crews are stuck repairing a big mess for your morning commute.
Crews working hard and fast while traffic sits at a standstill.
This is a very drastic situation, closing one of the busiest interstates in the state.
In an emergency press conference Thursday, Department of Highway officials saying the bridge could be closed for repairs for more than 48 hours. This after a bolt became loose and fell out, causing damage to the expansion joint.
In this particular situation, I pulled the last inspection report this morning, or this afternoon, shortly after lunch, and there was no deficiency here. So this has happened quickly.
According to State Bridge Engineer Tracy Brown, the last inspection was 2018. Officials say the damage is just to the joint on the eastbound side. They say there's no danger to the westbound side, which remains open to traffic.
The public should be confident in our bridges when they cross them, obey the posted weight limit signs, and have confidence in our bridges. There should be no concerns to the public of crossing the bridges.
In the meantime, eastbound traffic is being diverted onto Route 60, creating long backups while crews continue to fix the issue.
Patience and planning ahead goes a long way.
Now, patience again, DOH officials really asking us to stress the patient portion of this. As for when these repairs will be finished, they say anywhere from 24, probably closer to 48 hours, but that's just a guesstimate. They say the weather, you can see it's raining now, we're expecting some snow. That could make a difference in these repairs, as it could make it dangerous for the crews you see working behind me to get these repairs done. We, of course, will keep you updated on air, online, and on our 13 News mobile app.